Hello, it's me, Andy, from Blitz Gaming. Hope you all had a great weekend. It is warm. Warm again. The thing I hate at the end of the day is too warm for me. Today we are playing Star Trek Online. We're chasing those damn Romulans again at the end of the day, and we are playing episode The Vault. But before we get to the vault, we've got to go back to the start at the end of the day and pick up a shuttle. So before we start, I mean, if you've already got a shuttle, a top 8 shuttle, it doesn't make no difference. But you need to go to Sierra Space Station, pick up a shuttle, and I'll show you where to go. Then we go to the vault. So basically we run around a corner, take the lift to the top, or you can walk up the stairs, it's entirely up to you. Pick up this mission here, walk over to the Admiral, speak to the person next to the Admiral, get the vault mission. Well, he tells you about going to get a shuttle, so we get the shuttle.
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tanay has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Hakona system. If you have a runabout fighter or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the vault and explore the interior. Any questions? Very well. Remember, you must use a shuttlecraft, runabout, fighter, or similar small operations craft to undertake this mission. We need on-site intel from the interior of the vault. Starfleet will not clear you to enter the Hakona system otherwise. Good luck.
Greetings. I'm very busy right now. Please exercise caution. Greetings.
So now we go back downstairs and run to the far end of the station. Or walk there, depends what mood you're in. We should have a bit of a wander around. I mean, you've got all the facilities here, like if you're on a space dock. So if you want the your mail, your account, vault and all that sort of stuff, the exchange is all here. At the end of the day, everything's on this station, picking a ship, you name it, blah blah blah. And if you can sell rubbish or pick up rubbish, it's also here. So go to this cat person, the shuttle person, and he tells you, yes, you need a shuttle. So yeah, you want to use the filter system. Seems to be a bit buggy. I don't know what it is lately, but the game seems to be really buggy with all silly stuff. So you got to have a Type 8 shuttle. I can't remember if you're what you got to have if you're a Vulcan or Klingon. I can't remember off by heart, but Federation, we need a Type 8. Don't get a Type F because it won't work. As I said, this game is getting extremely buggy. I clicked on Ready Starship, and for some odd reason, I get teleported all the way back to Starbase 1. Space Dock. It's like, what? How do I get all the way over here? Don't forget to ready your shuttle. Make sure it's got all its bits and bobs. Because I'll give you a hint, there is things to shoot out at the end of the day. Then we've got this little shuttle, got to fly about 20 zillion miles across the galaxy. And then in theory you just fly there with your spaceship and then you come out on a shuttle. But the game's been all good. What can I say? Okay, now we're at the vault. Let's start the mission.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Remans ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon. Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. My people are experts at stealth technology. If we want to approach unseen, we must avoid confrontation and find a way to evade or jam their sensor grid. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever is left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point. The Remans are all over this system. If we start a fight with one of the ships, we'll probably have to fight them all. And there's no telling how many are cloaked here. We have a number of possible options to explore. Sensors are reading a small derelict worker ship near some of the asteroid debris. We might find helpful clues there. The Remans are all over this system. The material requirements to make a base of that size must have been enormous. There's a lot of stellar debris here. Probably remnants of asteroids or fragments from moons that were mined for raw materials. We might be able to do something useful with them. One of the large asteroids has a navigational beacon. The tall Shi'ar must have placed it there for some reason. The Remans are all over this system. There's a small patch of nebula gases near the station. The static discharges in the area are highly intense. We may be able to cover an approach to the station by traveling through the nebula. This would be risky, because the nebula would cloud our tactical displays and interfere with our shields, but it would almost certainly keep the station's sensor grid from detecting us until we're right on top of them. The Remans are all over this system. The Remans are all over. All of the construction work out here must have required the use of a lot of worker shuttles and a communication booster. We might be able to dig up some information about the station's communication network, if we can find a subspace relay satellite. The Remans are...
So we're going to fly over to the derelict ship, then to the station. At the end of the day, I don't think the derelict ship gets you anything, but we'll go there anyway.
Indications are that this vessel was refitted for asteroid mining. Apparently, a containment failure in the engine core led to a massive radiation surge. The engine went into emergency shutdown, but all of the couplings and injectors were burned out. The crew probably died due to instant radiation burns. It looks like the vessel was stripped for parts and left derelict. Although the vessel's engine core is a total loss, some of the backup computer systems were left intact. This vessel was used to deploy some of the tachyon detection satellites around the vault. There's a copy of the network algorithm in the computer memory. If we put the tachyon satellites along the final meridian into maintenance mode, we can create a gap in the detection grid that will let us slip through. If we can get close to the base without passing through the detection grid, we should be able to put a satellite into maintenance mode. Then that will give us a gap that will allow us to slip into the station itself undetected.
So I need to put the code in the grid at the end of the day. See what happens.
Approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Remans.
I think I made a mistake here. I think I alerted all the bad guys. Well, I think you're just flying anyway. Once you get here, you can just go like that, straight in. Problem solved.
Picking up some unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Sensor readings are also picking up a few scattered life signs.
Seem to have lost a shuttle. Must be above. I think. A long way up. You don't have to go to it, but if I remember rightly, when this game worked properly, they give you the access code to open this door, but you don't need to go to you don't need to go there anyway. Like I said, this mission, I think, it's got loads of bugs in. Or it's that, or they've changed it loads of times. One or the other.
The doors are a massive set of interior bulkhead doors. They're segmenting the different parts of the base. Possibly a safety measure in case something went wrong in one of the central areas. Access appears to be controlled by use of security keys. We can disable it if we can find a code block that matches part of a security key. This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem. Code block 6750. The security key is on a rotation. Each code block matches a piece of one key. Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it. Trying a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing.
Basically, when our number shows up in the top on this rotation, no matter what order, as long as it's in that rotation, we click it and it should open the doors.
That's it. Well done. We should be able to bypass the system and gain access now.
I do have to say, I do hate this mission. It's just basically fly around, try to not hit one of these lasers. Yeah, don't go for them green lasers, they get blown up. And that blinking fighter, what came out a minute ago, it's actually pointless going to it because it don't actually do anything. It's actually on the platform, the other side. Took me ages to figure out where it was, but it don't do nothing when you get to it. So that's what I'm saying. I think there's loads of things there just buggy. And it's just beyond me. This mission really. I don't know if it would change if I was an engineer or tactical officer. I don't know, but it seems to tell me it's there. Then it don't do nothing. I said it's beyond me. I've got no idea, really. These laser things going up and down, they do have a gap and you're supposed to fly through them, but they don't do enough damage to you. Anyway, but they will slow you down.
Ship is under attack.
Above us, that's a Borg sphere. The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology.
The Borg sphere. What are these Remans up to?
The Borg sphere is dormant, like it's been put to sleep. It's not the source of the strange readings that long-range scans detected. Looks like the sphere's hooked into part of the local systems network. We should be able to exit through the other doors now. Probably a safety precaution to keep them locked.
Warning, ship is under attack. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
Yeah, take note, and then you don't have all your crew abilities come up. You only have basically the shoot at the end of the day.
Quiet in this area. Too quiet.
So we finally get to this side of the station, and we come to this thing here.
This is disturbing. We're looking at a facility used to build Thalaron weapons. If the Remans have infiltrated this base, they may be trying to secure those weapons.
Ah, so our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy? Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you. That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not. Doubtless you have discovered the source of those readings. Understand that I have little desire to unleash this sort of destruction, but my hand is forced. The Reman people will only be liberated if we are able to make a clear and decisive stand against the Romulans. The technology of this station will allow us to do so. Just as your Federation offered assistance to the Romulans before the supernova of Hobus and the subsequent destruction of Romulus? No. History has shown that I cannot trust in the good intentions of the Federation. An oppressed people must be ready to seize their liberty through any means available to them. The technology of this station has provided me with indisputable means.
I will deal with the future when it arrives. For me, there is no tomorrow until my people are free. However, I respect your commitment to your position. It's a shame we are at cross purposes.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thaleron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
So now we're done. We've got to shoot our way out of here. Shooting these stupid little fighters. And yes, we've got one Lassie laser to shoot them. And a torpedo. Not much fun really, but I don't know, not a lot we can do.
Ship is under attack.
Now you probably worked out why, yes, I hate this mission. It just bugs me. I hate coming here. I hate doing this stupid little flying around. Drives me nuts.
Left shield's failing.
You just got to keep dodging the fighters. Well, dodging them. Keep shooting at them, blowing them up, and try to get through the lasers at the same time. This is where it gets a bit fun. Just give you a hint, so that you know you can't blow up OBSEC, so don't bother trying to destroy him. Basically, best way to do it is destroy the lock, yeah, at long range, then suddenly put on the old turbo when the door opens up.
Blast the door locks.
Target's shields have failed. Warning.
So we carry on flying out. At the end of the day, I'm saying OBSEC, but actually I don't think it is OBSEC back there. But you can't blow up that cruiser. Well, I've never ever managed to blow up that cruiser. So I just don't bother trying, but it could just be me. Right, let's destroy this warbird. Then we're out. The gate won't open until you destroy the warbird. And yes, as a shuttle, blow up the warbird. Pass. I know one thing, my torpedo seems to do very good at blowing up warbirds, but when it comes to fighters, I don't think I actually shot a fighter once with a torpedo.
We must stop OBSEC's ship. They cannot be allowed to possess Thalaron weapons. We can use the subspace booster satellite outside the station to send a message to Starfleet as soon as we're clear of the interior. But OBSEC's warship will almost certainly attack us when we do. We'll have to survive long enough for reinforcements to arrive. Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much time. We need to meet with our allies and stop that ship.
Well, okay, that's the last fight. Let's take out this ship. Well, a bit like this, is it a Galaxy class? The Galaxy class will do that for us, with luck.
Now in the micronebula.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Okay, well, I think we're done, I think. He's like stopped.
Explosion. Probably from the Thaleron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Federation space.
Okay, to finish your mission, you've got to fly all the way back to the old starbase. We won't do that. We'll just end it here. End it off cam. So if you enjoyed the video, as always, please comment and subscribe. That is all. Have fun.